Hello. Welcome back to Module 2, Foundations of American Government. Today, we will continue with Section 3, Equality. In this video, which is the second one on this topic, we will continue the discussion by looking at the various forms of equality. One person, one vote. Athenian direct democracy allowed citizens to vote on laws personally, emphasizing active civic participation and decision-making. Every male citizen could participate in the ecclesia or the assembly to vote on laws. The politician Pericles spoke at a funeral for Athenians killed during the Peloponnesian War. His oration highlights the ethos of equality in decision-making. Our Constitution does not copy the laws of neighboring states. We are rather a pattern to others than imitators ourselves. Its administration favors the many instead of the few. This is why it is called a democracy. Equal under the law. The Spartan constitution allowed for social equality among Spartiates. This was achieved through redistribution of land and the suppression of wealth disparities. However, the Spartan focus on militarism overshadowed individual freedoms. Lawrence Shirley, 4th Earl Ferrers, was hanged in 1760 for murdering his steward. At the time, his execution was publicized as an example of equality under the law in English society. The founders and their neoclassical contemporaries believed talent was not inherited only through aristocratic bloodlines. Rather, aptitude was to be found throughout the new nation's population. An enlightened culture was obliged to seek out and encourage that talent for the betterment of society. All individuals should have the chance to succeed based on their individual abilities and hard work, unrestricted by artificial obstacles. This attitude of meritocracy can be later found in the French Revolution. Article 6 of the French Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizens says, "All citizens, being equal in the eyes of the law, are equally eligible to all public dignities, places, and employments, according to their abilities, and without distinction other than that of their virtues and talents." Viewed through a modern lens, Jefferson was an unabashed elitist who believed in a natural aristocracy. Yet, he likewise believed in an equality of condition in a republican society, where every man was an independent property holder. Remember, the United States at this time was largely a rural and farming society. Jefferson acknowledged social disparities and their implications for fairness. Societies with great disparities of wealth and large numbers of landless laborers and dependent people cannot be republican in nature. Instead, people flourish when they are independent and not reliant on the will of another. The holding of property makes this independence possible. Education, too, was a means for equality. The purpose of education in Jefferson's time was to develop one's intellect, as well as cultivate virtue. As Holochak notes, intellect without character, mere knowledge without wisdom, is worthless. Although Jefferson believed people should engage in a continual process of self-learning, the ultimate goal of education was to make them free and fully involved in society. As the notion of equality took hold in the United States, Americans came to realize that no one person was better than another, regardless of accidents of high birth, of talent, or of property or wealth. Each person holds intrinsic dignity and value. The abolitionist movement would come to rely on this concept. Equality became so potent for Americans because it came to mean that everyone was really the same as everyone else, not just at birth, not in talent or property or wealth, and not just in some transcendental religious sense of the equality of all souls. Ordinary Americans came to believe that no one in a basic down-to-earth and day-in and day-out manner was really better than anyone else. That was equality as no other nation has ever quite had it. This certainty that every individual possesses equal moral worth and equal moral authority has been a source of great strength to the nation. Next time, in the next video, we will talk about the right to alter or abolish a government, which the founders amply demonstrated between 1776 and 1783. Until then, thank you for your time. If you want to learn more about the subjects we have discussed, here are the sources used for this section.